I'm so tired of you. That's insane that you flinched before I could intro it in. Oh my god.
Once again, you go from so quiet to
Welcome back, homies, to the finals of the Kivo Esports Valorant LAN. Right here, I'm Rapture. Grab and Jordan here by Marcus. Well, guys, we'll get into our finals of the day between Seneca and TMU. Two collegiate game, our houses even going at it. Here in Toronto in the offseason. Yeah.
I mean, when you take a look at the bracket, both these teams did make it here 2-0ing their counterpart. And so TMU Blue, it was looking pretty decisive from them. But I honestly think that Seneca looked just a little bit better. But it's really hard to match these teams up without actually getting them into the server and seeing them go head to head against one another.
Exactly that. Now, considering both of them, I find one was able to smash their games and the other had a bit more trouble than one. So I would be interested to see, what does end up happening as we get into today. I do imagine, though, considering they live and reside in the same sort of area, right? They likely have scrimmed together quite a decent bit too. So I imagine they're decent familiar with one another too. They're also around the same skill rating, and those lobbies get pretty repetitive, once you play them often enough too. So I'm thinking, hey, you know what? Both these guys, this should be a fun game. And considering it's TMU versus, Seneca 2, our map bans here, Marcus, I find are a tale as old as time.
Oh, is this where we're supposed to break out into song based on that Disney thing? But
a song as old as rhyme.
Okay, all right. We're gonna get DMCA'd. We can't do that one. But just like you said, it's the Valorant classic. We've got Haven, Bind, and Splits. Like you said, we're so familiar with all of these different maps. Out of the three, Bind has had a couple of changes since it was launched, but otherwise these three maps have been in Valorant pretty much since the beta, and so everybody has an idea on how to play them.
Yeah, and I find, even with some of the changes that have come in, and based on how long you were a team and what your map pool was, you probably scrimmed one more than the other, as considering, clearly Seneca seems very favored and very about, playing Haven right on the other end. Bind on its own is such an aggressive close quarters map, 2-lane entry, 2-lane exit, and then Split is Split. Not much more to say about it.
There's plenty about Split.
It's fine, man.
It's good fun.
Dude, I find that the Split we saw, was so unorthodox. Even the Haven from Seneca was very unorthodox on just how they managed to play, what they get done, right? It was very strange, I'd say. So I would be interested if they run back to the same composition, because the Flashless Haven, I find worked against the previous opponents. I don't know if it'll work here.
Honestly, that's going to be the big question. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because we saw these teams go up against more unconventional compositions and start to figure themselves out. Specifically Seneca, it really felt like that was going to be the case. Yeah. But now that we're going into something a little bit more typical, a little bit more expected, a little bit more orthodox, if you will, then well, it's going to be really interesting, because it comes down a lot more to those fundamentals, which obviously I talked about a lot. TMU were showing us really good signs of life, but it might come down to that comp differential with some of the weak spots there that Seneca might be able to pull ahead with and be able to take the win.
Yeah, exactly. Because we know, but both these teams have fraggers, right? We know both these guys can shoot. But one thing we praised TMU for was hero plays. Hero plays from players like Saigon, Hansa, Sean, right? It's all, and also even fives at certain points too. All of them had very explosive rounds to save games. On the other end, Seneca, every single one of these players played together so wonderfully.
Yeah.
And and you mentioned constantly util usage, getting the trades. It really does seem like a much more of a cohesive unit. So I'm hoping to see that come out from TMU.
And keep in mind, TMU Blue, Haven was one of their weaker maps. So I think Seneca picking Haven first in the series is a real big confidence play to say, hey, we should be able to get this one in the bag. Yeah. If TMU Blue win this, then that's going to flip the script a little bit. But we're seeing the same composition that we saw them play Haven last time. A little bit of the lack of flashes. They're going to be really relying on Huns to play that chamber, play that long range, and just lock down one of those avenues, while the rest of the team can kind of just move up and play around each other over there.
Yeah, because if you remember, they played very close quarters, very either off angles or right out of the open, just to be able to go for fights, and essentially their goal was to stop their opponents from getting on site, and that's when they looked their best. Yeah. But when that didn't happen, things fell apart because there was really no actual way for them to play retake. And in terms of defending sites, it's like, yeah, it's fine, it's doable, but it does present that extra layer of challenge. So I'm walking into this with bated breath, I'd say, for TMU Blue. But for Seneca, we know what they can done. We know what they can do. They are the most recent players, of course, too. So it should be good.
Yeah, and on top of that too, I really like the way that we saw that kind of util combo come in from Seneca, and it's the exact same composition that we saw on that last map. The Breach Omen comboed with, well, I mean, we were seeing Cosmic Dusk fly around, but also to Afro 6. Like, a lot of those fundamentals you said were really good. They were trading off of each other consistently, and the utility 100% supports that play style. So I really like Seneca coming into this, and you know, if I had to take a gamble, which I personally don't do, I'm a very safe person, but I think that Seneca should have the upper hand here, given TMU's history and the way that Seneca like playing their comp.
Entirely possible, my friend, but all we can do is wait and see as to what goes on. Seneca first on the defense, as let's walk in. It's a 5-point setup too, walking around mid. Hans getting the first right away. You called that up before, and works out beautifully. He's sight wide open. They can't defend it. We take here once again, which we expected on Seneca, right? So as you little walk back in past the breach, and spike goes down.
Yeah, very fast plan for TMU Blue, especially getting that one pick onto A. Just drew the attention away for a second. But now on this 4v5 retake, should be fairly easy. On the back, we've got Cosmic Dusk starting to move up. Is going to be challenged by Saigon Hero. Saigon wins it.
Exactly. Now it's a big start off as well, too. Now down to just 3. It's the issue. Is watch the angle. 5 taking good first flashes. And Hans takes one more and finish it off. That's 2 taken. 3 taken by Hans. And hey, to be fair, Seneca pistols are just not the strong suit.
Yeah. And Hans was just going hunting there. I was waiting on that one for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, that's all you, brother.
Yeah. But now Huns has that outlaw, and we talked about what a difference maker Huns was for TMU Blue, specifically on that Haven defense previously. But now we're getting to see it come a little bit more alive on that offense. Of course, like you said, it was just the pistol round. That Headhunter is going to get massive value. But with an outlaw in hand, I'm expecting big things from TMU Blue. After 6, first going to use that recon dart to get a bit of information, while Huns just ducks away from that one. Look at this, though. The push out from Seneca outside of C should give them good information, but TMU Blue are bracing for it. As soon as they get the information, Sean strikes.
Sean starts it off hot and actually with the hero rifle. Ooh, okay. It's a little good pick. Thank you.
Yeah,
I was trying to think of like, man, that was Galaxy Ray, but I was like, nah, man, he just shot it with the head. It wasn't that special. But nonetheless, still just 1 taken, 1 hero rifle gone down the drain. But see now, thinking you defend this? Like, he does check his corners. He should ideally. Right, the trip wire there, right? Sees him. Yeah, finds him. 1 shot, all whiff, and double up. Can't get it.
Yeah, now TMU Blue will be able to get the plant down. Notably, they don't have that many smokes, but they still have a couple of cyber cages, thanks to Saigon Hero, which will at least give a bit more time and safety. What's interesting here is Seneca is so spread out. I think at this point, they're not going to try and force it. They might just try and die to the spike, deny any extra ultimate orbs to get swept up by TMU Blue. A lot of utility coming out from TMU Blue as well, just to zone them out a little bit more.
Exactly. And Seneca also realize this too. They know that this retake is not impossible, so they play on the outside. They'll die to the spike and won't give over any more advantages. As they'll just leave TMU Blue. Go ahead and exit. Cosmic tries to get 1, just a bit of damage, but they'll take the last bonus and move on to the second.
Yeah, and carrying over quite a few rifles actually.
Yeah.
If you take a look at their buy, they're going to be having 2 Vandals into this next one. The Outlaw, sure, is a little bit more difficult to find a kill, especially given the fact that the squad might potentially have full shields. But given the economic damage going in, yeah, that Outlaw is going to be deadly to 3 out of 5 of the players on Seneca's side. Meanwhile, I mean, TMU Blue, it's a bonus, but they're choosing to invest into this one. We are seeing 5s go for the Vandal buy as well. It's going to be a Guardian coming out for Infinity. Overall, TMU Blue, economically speaking, should be able to throw their punches a bit more against Seneca on Seneca's defense.
Somehow Sean again just rips it right off the beginning. Now, so after we get this trade, we've praised them on the ability to be able to do that. We'll see if that does change. Nice shot, lines it up. The second also taken, but Hans faster than the flick. 2 shots come out, and was walking one by one to just take more and more of these fights.
Yeah.
There's the commitment coming. The commitment is there. So Wacky getting punished for that. Also the flash to reposition Muku. Expecting the aggression to come out through sewers, instead gives it the sight and waits for the rest of the team.
And what's important here is Saigon Heroes staying alive throughout all of this. That made Seneca just double question themselves on whether or not this was going to be an A-side plan, and so we see Muku get out of sight. Now the rest of TMU Blue should have more than enough time to get themselves set up appropriately. It's going to be up to Seneca to play this retake, and they should have the initiation to do so.
Flying to here though, but the flash look to walk in. Hell has to be cleared first, but a way for them to walk past the 5s, ready for shots. And now with that, Saigon here to clear up the next 2. A 3-0 start for CMU.
Yeah, honestly, just a great job. And I thought that they should be able to get back into it. They should have had the initiation, but Muku didn't have the flashpoint that was going to be available. Sent it out a little bit too early, and it was just a little bit off timing with the rest of the squad rushing in. As a result of that, I mean, they just kind of walked in, and sure, it was a little bit chaotic on the site, but TMU Blue were just holding it down, and they walked right into their crosshair. So an excellent round from Blue. Now, Seneca. They do have a lot of sheriffs here. They got to get on the board somehow. This is their map pick, like we talked about here. But hey, mid-range rifler Sean already taking space onto A, which at this point Seneca have more or less just given up, knowing that they can't win the duel.
Yeah, so Seneca are deciding to just run it in and fight for what they can. Take away as many guns as possible, because the equal right now looks good for TMU. They can fight confidently and take whatever guns duels that they want to. But for Seneca though, it's just about the ping pong, right? Because with the save here, they have a chance next round once again. Have to fight up, Afro against you. Okay, nice shot, but not enough. Hans was quicker on the flick. Damn. TMU played way later, but they look warmer.
Yeah, the Huns 5s duo. They just walk in there and they execute the 2 members who are going to be potentially slowing them down. And now look at this. They're basically just going hunting, understanding that it's just sheriffs. They should be able to win it based off of gun battles alone. Muku finds that first, but Infinity finds Dexy, and check your corners. Huns guns him down. And once again, the Huns and 5s duo really just carried that round.
I mean, you talked about it, right? We were saying already too. Huns and 5s have consistently been players, Huns specifically, right, that have been able to perform at such fantastic levels no matter what situations. Huns always good for this too. 5s also have popped off to getting triples upon triples later on. And right now, the entire team firing on all cylinders. You love to say it.
You really do. To the force activated.
You want to play?
Huns still has a rifle, but he's going to be using the tour de force. That's a confidence play if I've ever seen one. Already, a lot of utility being baited out, but still not finding anything. Huns has an opportunity to find this first pick. Spots out a shoulder, misses that first shot. That's not good.
Yeah, picks a little bit wider, but
my bad.
Gets Afro 6 instead. So he'll still be able to get one of his own, removes the threat from C. Meanwhile, his team still positioned towards the A site. It's all because of util as well, too. I think laid down across the end, able to stop them from looking to walk in from there. But nonetheless, after the pick was taken, A still seems to be what they're leading towards, though. None through sewers all A long. They'll just walk past confidently one by one. They'll come marching in. April should be able to spot them. Dexy. Now he's being cornered. He's pincered. He's cut in half. And that should be it. Spike should go down from here.
Oh, and Infinity's not done yet. Cosmic Dusk falling as well, but man, that was such a tough position for Dexy. Dexy should have just played a little bit more confidently, relied on the utility, because you just get stuck with too many options.
Yeah, and Muku has almost no options here. The only one he has is trying to survive against all of them too. So hey, gets his 2. Saigon Hero. Trade is theirs, leaving just one alive. And they want to ensure that they don't leave them with any guns at all. No chance to fight up against them. And we just won. Hey, it might not do something, but hopefully it's hope.
We love a little bit of hope.
Yeah, the last hope.
Huns actually got value out of the tour de force. I was a little bit surprised because I didn't necessarily think that this was going to be the case. Unfortunately, it does fall down to win, so the rifle does get dropped as well. But the ultimate getting popped is kind of crazy if you ask me. Like, it was definitely a confidence play, given the fact that TMU Blue are up 5-0.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a margin of error right now, and given the economy as well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see that operator in Huns's hand. A decent amount of damage done to the economy of TMU Blue, but once again, those 5 rounds in a row, no matter how bad the economy is, you're still going to have more than enough credits to be able to buy things up. On the other side, though, Seneca are really struggling to get things going. Muku right now, top of the leaderboard, only with 4 kills. A Rolling Thunder is available, but we haven't really seen Seneca struggle like this on this map in this tournament just quite yet.
Yeah. They're now on their save round once again, right? And they'll continue on this trend for back and forth until they can get some sort of stability between any maps so far. Just what the wide dry peak from Hans wins that. That's insane.
It's like something from Paper X.
I'm saying, man, just ridiculous stuff. And he's gonna do it again. Watch it. He does it again. He's standing in the open angle, waiting for them to break through, and he still wins that. And now with Atlas also falling, C-side's wide open. They just take this 2 almost line up. That could have been almost 2, but leaves just Cosmic. Hey.
Yeah, and on top of that too, I mean, Sean is just watching down there. This would be considered long-range rifling, so we'll see if Sean is still good for it. Goes around the corner. Oh, misses the first couple of shots, but still, this one should be more or less over. Sean finds that final kill. And right now, TMU Blue 6-0 on their opponent's map pick. I mean, listen, we said this before. They've won one of these tournaments before, and it seems like they're ready to win another.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Remember this, the price pool of $1,500 on the line for them to be able to take it on land here as well, to look mighty confident for what they had here. And we were mentioned before to just previously a Lotus, right? That map was way too close to call, ridiculously so. But then the looks afterwards have been so different because it was on Haven that they did, to be fair, decimate their opponents.
Yeah.
13-2. They might just do it again. Op shot goes wide. Cosmic missing that is not ideal. And now with that, with the op being given away, they know, yo, A is not the take here, boys. We go C. Let's get at it.
Okay. Well, Dexy's able to find that first, but not dead yet. Popped by Sean. We'll give another chance at life, but intelligently so. We do see Seneca just completely back off, and Dexy's able to find Sean yet again, but 5 strays that one back. They storm the site.
Now with the 1-for-1 ult, they've also not put on 2. All their push given over. Hans ready for that 5-second as well too with the ping. And now from there, they realize the position. They know that C line is being heavily encroached upon. 3 of them ready and waiting in the wings, the ops specifically as well. Another one goes wide, just barely wants more 5s. Giving up a site for a shot start. Okay, and we'll do so finally by the end. It gives it puts it a 1v2. Make that 9, man. Damn. This is wild. It's so close quarters.
Yeah, and honestly, that was such a tough round for Seneca. TMU Blue, they're playing pretty intelligently. They didn't go for just a static hold on C site. They decided to back up a little bit, and that actually worked out perfectly for them because Muku goes in, uses the Rolling Thunder. They think it's still winnable, and yet nobody from TMU Blue gets caught in the midst of all of that. They're too busy flanking. They're too busy getting ready on Garage. And yeah, they just decide to go in, drop the operator as well. Cosmic not finding the value expected. And this time it's going to be Fast and Furious onto the C site.
Well, it's not Tokyo Drift because no one's going in. And that might be the drift we want to see here, though. That might be Han because he died. But that's who the triplet lines up the collateral. It's a lot heavy. Please do the 2v3. 100 not available for the post plant, though. Ike now all the way to the site.
Hunter's Fury?
Yeah, he's pings him at least with one side. He might be able to get another here. He's looking, he's watching it. We can't find another here. Those spikes should go down.
This is actually looking pretty good for Seneca right now. They've got the numbers available. Huns misses a very important shot. Operator ready to go again. Is able to shut down Cosmic.
He shoots into him. He right missions like the shorty ends. They win the round off of that. What?
You know what? Hey, gets the job done. That's what's important there. Afro gonna get that defuse. It was a very early Hunter's Fury, so they're gonna try to get that one back online, but at the very least, Seneca, it's a scramble and a half. They find themselves on the board.
I guess if you're Seneca, you take those, right? Considering being down 7, of course, not the most ideal situation, but nonetheless, from there, a round taken is a round earned.
100%. Ravish, I need to point your attention to something. Look at the kill feed right now. Sorry, the kills. 116. The next highest in the entire lobby amongst all of the other players is 5 kills. He's more than tripled that.
That boy is
Want to play?
frightening.
Let's
Huns
play.
has been unstoppable, and that's not even just with the operator play as well. A lot of those kills being attributed to the Headhunter or the Phantom, so Huns is just a menace in this lobby right now.
Yeah, and right now he wants to play once again with the Tour de Force. Once again online and well. Had to pick up the spike to watch for the rest of his team. See now, up, he's up, up.
Traded.
Manages to find one, traded though, but they come on top of the actual of the whole firefight, man. That all goes down so quickly. The rest of them, the Huns have 1v3. He's got an op of his own that he can fire off.
Yeah, finally we're starting to see Cosmic come online. That is an instrumental one. If Huns was able to find that kill, I think that would have been a very winnable round for TMU Blue. And out of all of the people to stay alive, the fact that it was Huns would have been crazy. Man, the energy amongst TMU Blue right now must be something else, given the fact that like Huns is doing just a deadlift with the rest of the 4 members of their team. 7-2. Still got 3 more rounds left in this half. Dual operators coming out onto both sides. Right now, Seneca, they're starting to get back into it. TMU's economy, not broken yet, but on the verge of breaking if this round doesn't go into their favor.
Because advantage stands with Cosmic Dust, depending on where he chooses to fire first, and either one of them, it could be a pixeling of the nose.
Important.
As soon as the peacock comes in, yeah. Quicker on the trigger from there. Op now got as well from their side. A second taken in quick succession. Seneca finally get the picks they need, not losing out on 2 or 3 right away. That's CMU Blue playing on the back foot for once.
And right now, it really is Cosmic. That was the leader of the team, just in making them feel like they have that momentum and can do things. And the fact that Cosmic is starting to turn up now could be disastrous for TMU.
Dashes away right on time, gets one more. 1v3, but there's one more there. Almost manages to get that. Raku. Ooh, clutching that I just barely. 2 more rounds to go. Seneca can make this a 7-5. Not too bad at all.
Yeah, and so, yeah, on one half, you know, if you're Seneca, you're like, hey, we got to shut down that Huns guy. He's kind of doing a little bit too much killing right now, making sure we can't do much. But if you're on the other side, if you're TMU Blue, you have to be taking a look at Cosmic Dusk, starting to heat up as well. We've seen what Cosmic can do when activated, and at first, I mean, a lot of these rounds, Cosmic was very quiet. Now that we're starting to see it go a little bit more, it's getting a little bit more dicey. The economy on the verge of breaking for TMU Blue. They have to win this round if they expect a full buy up in the final round of this half.
Dash heard by Afro. Solo holding has one. The Afro holding by Stewards. The decay does so much work. Afro being gone. Now it's on Dexy to defend the rest. The Omen also there. Where's the backside watching the cross for him. No, there's no threat by Sewers. The rest of Team U Blue will make their way through. But deciding to hold off. They're taking the chances and seeing if the rest of them do it instead of move away or peek into them. Actually sees one more. They luckily fives. Wins out on that. 2 being eliminated means TMU can confidently walk into A.
Cosmic's still holding this angle, but with the smoke coming up, things get so much more difficult. Aerial Theft will force that operator off to site, which will secure it for TMU Blue. Cosmic not done yet. Can't find the shot.
Wide peek taken though, Infinity staying alive. And now from here, the op being gone goes quite well for the rest of TMU. Seneca feels alive. Fighting into this, I think, would be unwise and saving. It'd be the play, but hey, Wind.
What?
They got more than enough. They want to spend it. TPing right into the middle. Why not, brother? Why not?
Oh, man. I imagine the play from Wind was to TP into the smoke. Yeah, but it's so hard to tell because if you're smoked off, you can't see exactly where you're going to land.
Exactly.
And so it just materializes in the middle of the site, and you could tell the members of TMU Blue were like, "Is that? I think that's the enemy Omen. We should probably shoot, huh?"
Yeah.
Able to find that kill, and now it's 8-3. Will we see that 9-3, or will we see the 3-8? It's going to be a healthy gun round buy up for both these teams. This time it's going to be Infinity going for the operator instead of Huns.
Yeah.
Going up the Jet v Jet operator duel. A fun little gamble, but actually Seneca gambled on that A site while TMU Blue are more interested in storming C. They will be able to get that information, and so at least the rotations should come pretty early. But a lot of Sentinel utility will give away any flanks that might occur.
Sean also walking into his back, just like taking his chance into the peak and using the ultimate to come back alive to try to guard more information, but he's taken out just as quickly. And losing 2 from there too is not ideal with the lockdown not being present. Wacky Infinity waiting for his chance to get an off pick off, but realizing no one's picking into him, he's got to get out of here. He might just get stuck with a second left to go. But he managed to get out, and a Squawk not being there. Yeah, that's hard. We gotta stop them, but they can't. But Theory once again on the spike, just holding down with those smokes being there. It just shots galore. TMU push it to 9.
Wow. That is an excellent play. I mean, as soon as we get to see Fives go for the Hunter's Fury, you see Seneca like, we know exactly what we need to do. We need to flush things out. You see the Aftershock come in, clear out that corner, but TMU Blue know what the win condition is. Keep our Sova alive. Get down, Mr. President, because we are jumping in. And it works out perfectly for the squad. They're able to find those kills, set up those long-range plays, and honestly, Infinity, pretty good at the long-range battle. Does have the knives available too. Makes it so much easier for TMU Blue. But now Seneca are the ones who are on the attack. We did get to watch them kind of really turn things up last time we saw them on attack, so I'm expecting good things here. And this is going to be a interesting pistol round, to say the least. It's going to be aggression on both of these sides outside of A.
Let's see how aggressive they can be. They're doubled up beside behind the box here. So, peek out first. Infinity with a disgusting shot. Still 3 rounds. They're spotting over, continuing. Pop, pop, pop. Sean gets his. Now the rest is still just there watching. Is it why not? Y'all just here? Let's run at you. Oh my God, that's tragic. So I'll take 3 of his own. His Dex live last one. That's one of his. But he's on TMU with the 4K for shot.
That's my mid-range rifle, right? Except it was just the ghost that time around.
Yeah,
but I think it was such an interesting little play there, because what we saw was Infinity and Sean, you know, they peek themselves into A long, just into that little corner, right? And as soon as they do that, you know, Seneca, they're like, well, we saw the jet fly across. We see a little bit of gunfire still coming out onto the other side. We should be good. And the next thing you know, Sean just walks out, pistol in hand, ready to go, finds a couple of really important kills, and you could tell that Seneca were just completely caught off guard. Such an important round for TMU Blue, because it gets them to double digits, and now this is, you know, you're walking up a mountain if you're Seneca. There's so much to do here, and they don't have the weaponry really to do so.
They get the pick off early on to win, so that means that he's looking to walk in, likely maybe he will position the sewers and wait for anybody to push out against him in case he want a free pick. But instead, as of right now, they will maintain and hold form as win. Pressed by the flank. Speaking of which, though, Cosmic Dusk will not be so lucky.
And what did I say? Cosmic Dusk really leading the squad on that last couple of rounds. Has to get activated to really breathe life back into Seneca. It's completely one-sided for TMU Blue this time. Hunt has to be careful, though. Not sure that they were aware that Omen was right around the corner.
Yeah, almost catches him, too. With trading being set up, TP's away from that. Him staying alive is not the greatest news for Seneca, but from there, though, I think they can be happy about that. At least Sean being gone, right click to the face. That's huge. Bear in mind, this is a bonus, mind you, too. So they're somehow taking these picks one after the next. Now, Seaside being the next pick. Saigon Hero watching, waiting, hears the footsteps, and is ready to get active as soon as he goes to walk in the site.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, waiting for it. The Dark Eyes catches one. Over you to left to go. Norris peeking the smoke here. There we go. Just timing there. Saigon really gets out. Watching with 11 bullets. Watch them lines them up. Stinger Gaming, baby.
I swear, the Stinger, like there must be something like magnets in the bullets or something, because the headshot percentage of people with Stingers is unreal for no good reason. But oh my goodness, Saigon hero. Such a well-played defense there.
Yeah.
Able to just navigate throughout, hiding inside the smoke, knows when to dip out, and just play a weird angle. Also, too, getting information, enough time for the rest of TMU Blue to come back in if they fall down.
Yeah.
And so it's just those little micro adjustments that kind of happen, the knowledge, the team play that is setting TMU Blue up for success. There's an entire different world where Saigon immediately got shot down. Doesn't matter. The rest of the members are already on site. They've delayed Spike Plant now. Time is ticking down. It's going to really pressure Seneca.
Stay alive, and that's what they need to do right now here as well. TMU Blue, they're looking to move up to match points here in this first map. Their opponent's map pick, nonetheless, and bind up next, their own favorite. See, that does change the narrative for now, though. Seneca, Stingers in hand, buy is not ideal, but with hopeful eyes, they want to look to find at least one. One is all they need to start things off. The Eldrone is a catch as to who's there close, but they're still going to have to move forward.
No way.
The first, but the Utah catches by the end, a trade nonetheless.
Oh, and then they just run out. 3 kills.
They run into them, yeah. Infinity's too far on the side. He's running around 360 doing tricks on him, man. That's the triple to the end.
Are you sure Jet only has 1 dash? Because I'm pretty sure Infinity was just flying around the site.
Yeah, he was.
And on top of that too, like, this is one of those things when you go up against a good Jet, the mobility becomes so annoying. Because as soon as they jet into the different spot, they've dashed over. They're not moving A or W or any of the keys. They're just standing still, gonna land that headshot 100%. And Infinity just really clutched up that round for TMU Blue. And Seneca, this is a tough ass. 9 rounds away, not a full buy, 2 Guardians and a Judge coming through. They're gonna stick to the tried and true methods, but a lot of information immediately bleeding through. Look at TMU Blue. They're already taking so much space in B, and they're gonna be flanking very early on.
Dart catches just one, though. But beware of this. He's not looking at them. Infinity and 5s are getting picks on their own little chokes. Whoa, one by the next. Sean ready to go. He wants to walk in.
Oh my goodness.
Flashed out. And Saigon with the final. TMU Blue. 13-3, ridiculously one-sided map.
Hey, remember how we said that Haven is not TMU Blue's favorite map?
I'm a liar.
It's
I mean, statistically, it is not their favorite map.
No, it really isn't.
They perform poorly on this map. In fact. Yeah.
And what's interesting too, we talked a lot about how not having any flashes was going to be such an impact for TMU Blue, but
we were wrong.
That simply wasn't the case. I mean, Huns was just finding so many first blood.
Yeah.
It was just unbelievable, an unbelievable performance coming out from the squad. It felt like that they were always in the right place at the right time. Consistently, Seneca were walking out, looking different directions, and maybe it was just the art of misdirection that was going on from TMU and, you know, making sure they were playing very creatively in their positioning, but they just absolutely dominated Seneca on that map.
Yeah, it did not look close, and Biden is up next, being their pick, and Biden also has potentials to snowball just as hard, but let's see if the snow does melt, though. For now, we'll cut to a short break. When we come back, we'll have potentially a final map of the night. See y'all soon.